Okay, so we are recording. Alrighty. Before we get into what happened last, we do have the tavern events.
Yes. Tavern.
Which appear to not want to load for me.
Yeah.
He has done that every single time. I'll probably just throw him back on there. It's probably a safe bet.
Oh no.
Damn.
It's having trouble loading the maps for me. If you guys are going to continue playing, you need to mute or at least not make audible noises.
Come on,
And attempt to pay attention. Alright, I'm going to throw Ben on rare ingredients. You guys... Yeah, he does. You cannot pay for him. Somebody gave him... Didn't you guys give him money last session?
I haven't had the chance to. I was going to do it in character.
He's got 10 gold pieces.
Okay, then I guess he's got 10 gold pieces.
Giving him a platinum piece isn't something you have to do in character. Unless you had quite a specific reason you're going to do it. Alright, you guys have the Tavern Managers Guild and Liff. Retract a gold piece for rare ingredients. Feel free to move them whenever. Oh. Hello.
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 For you.
You guys have the Tavern Managers Guild and Liff. Move them around somewhere.
We can't make more beer, right? We have 2 being made.
You can have up to 5 batches.
Mm.
And also, these ones are actually going to trigger now.
Yep.
Alright. So... the rare one was deaths. Roll your percentile, Death.
Oh, whoa! Oh!
Oh, okay. Alright, that's the big one. Okay. I need you to roll 6d8.
68? 68 times 12.
68 times 1.2... Well, just 68. Yeah. 23, so 230. And then 230 times 1.2... Or... Yeah, 1.25. Whoops. You get 287 gold pieces and 5 silver.
Add it in, Hangry.
No, added into yours.
Oh shit, really?
You're the one doing it.
Okay. How much is it?
Right there.
287.
88.
You can give it to Hangry later, but I want you to specifically write it down so that we know where it's going. Alright. The other one is just a standard. I'm gonna roll for the other batch. Okay! Okay! Okay!
What's up? I feel like that should be something special.
I mean, it's already getting 60. I'm not giving you more.
Throw in a d4.
270 times 1.25. Jesus Christ. All right.
Even with lots of ones.
Hangry, you add this one, the 337 gold pieces and 5 silver. Oh wait, no, 270 gold pieces. That one wasn't a rare. That one was 270. All right. Well, that's a pretty good profit already. What a start. All right. Def, I assume you're paying for another rare.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna write it in your color. 1 gold.
Oh, 1 gold, sorry.
I'm gonna write in your color so that we know it's yours. All right. Liv will pay for just a standard. Okay. This triggers. Okay. Next up, we will handle Miho. 31.
Big fucking oof.
The City Watch sends undercover officers. As you're doing your spying activities and, well, not spying activities, smuggling activities, you're bringing in extra stuffed Xanathar dolls to sell to peddle off on the market. You notice there's
sex dolls.
Okay, that's okay. You notice you're being watched. You see eyes keeping eyes on the tavern. Gonna have to be careful. -10 on your next roll. Alright, but you do get +8. So there we go. Is anybody paying for preventative maintenance or insurance?
Yeah, I will.
Alright, are you purple? Yeah.
I will pay for insurance.
Okay.
Andrew's already paying for both.
Oh, he's paying for it? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear him say it.
20 gold pieces for both.
Yep.
Also, Hangry, do make sure you pass off the bag at some point.
Yeah.
Okay, Ash is doing a feast.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead and pay 1 gold piece to add +2. And Hangry, go ahead and roll your spy check. DC is 20. No such luck. Alrighty. Geez, that spy check is really attracting a lot. It's stacking up. Alright, I believe that's everything. So now we're going to roll for tavern event. See what kind of event happened during the day or during the week. Heavy fog keeps patrons away. Take a -5 penalty to your next roll on the business results table. All right, so it's gonna have we're just gonna apply it to this business results table because it's easier that way instead of applying it to the next one. So it's heavy fog outside the tavern. It's hard to see outside, and because of that, people are kind of avoiding the streets. All right. So we have 8, 9, 10, 5, 15 plus 15. All right. Anybody can roll. I will be taking the first percentile roll. 1d100 plus 15.
Angry, you roll it.
Okay.
Okay.
Nicely done.
God. You guys are rolling high today. This is a good omen.
3d10 times 10.
Yeah, so roll 3d10 times 10. Okay, 170 gold pieces. Some of it is taken out because the tavern gets a fund. Ash, you are reflecting, echoing.
I'm echoing you.
No, you're echoing hangry.
Hey
Yes,
man,
you're echoing
hangry is
me.
very loud sometimes.
Alright, so... Oops. Let's try that again. You get 156 gold and 4 silver.
Alright.
So, that was a pretty big profit.
About like 700.
There is a defect to brewing beer and rolling a 100, or rolling 91 to 100. You can't use any downtime activities during the next 10 day. So, during the next week, Def and Lif will be unavailable.
I can't hear him. What do you say?
During next week, you and Liff are unavailable. No downtime activity.
Okay.
Because you're too busy enjoying your awesome beer. Make it a little jail cell. There we go. There's my jail cell.
But can he really enjoy the beer?
He enjoys the look of it and how happy it makes the patrons.
Alright, fine.
Alright, there we go. That is that. And we return to the Undermountain. Hopefully a change of music at some point. Alright, so, last we left off, you all continued your adventure into the Xanathar's lair within the Undermountain, with Sorrow investigating the crypt of Xanathar's past and Gnarl Gibrandis' office, while the party fought off kobold chefs, gazers, and several Xanathar members who were coming through the tunnels, easily dispatching them since they were in quite a choke point. Eventually, Anne found a secret room within the Drow Advisor's office and found several dozens of smoke powder barrels. As well as you guys eventually, later on, encountered an ongoing battle in the arena, which you accessed via a turning secret tunnel, which was
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
rather interesting. And we would continue that fight on some random goblin's turn as they fire at dusk.
Perfect.
Oh my god, one of them might actually hit. 18!
Oh my god, I gotta catch it!
Wait, is that my goblin?
No, it's enemy goblins firing at dusk. One of them rolled a 7.
Who it is.
Do they have to be within a certain range? Are you catching the arrow?
Yes. I'm sure that negates it, y'all.
Oh yeah. Does that take a key point or just your reaction?
That's just my reaction.
Okay.
Going it back to its key point, I'm not gonna do that though.
Yeah. You easily, this arrow, it has a very high arc as it heads to you. You easily just like, oh, what's up? Just throw it off to the side. You with your night vision. Alright, we go with the man in the middle of the room as he continues. Oh god, I have to open all their character sheets again. This could take a little while. Alright, he gets 2 Grey Axe attacks. Bam, bam, 14 and a 25. That's 12 points of damage. And 7 points of damage. There we go. Sorrow.
Alright, cool. So, I'm going to... 10. And then I'm just going to charge and hit this bugbear. Claw attack. 22.
22 to hit. That will hit for 6 points of damage.
Okay, and then because I went in a straight line, that counts as a pounce. And it's got to make a strength saving throw.
Bugbears are pretty good at that.
It's a DC of 12 too. It's not very hard.
19.
Passes.
All right. And
There's a lot of scary shit in that room, isn't there?
well, you can't see any of it. You just hear noises, muffled screaming, mainly.
A lot of screaming.
I'm gonna go through the fucking door.
All right, you revolve. Luckily, nobody's waiting on the other side, so nobody comes on the other end back into the crypt, and you show up on the other
I'm
side.
gonna pick up my fucking book.
All right, you pick your book up.
Yes, that's why I went through.
That's the only reason you went through.
Yes.
Actually, I need to roll a percentile to see which side of the door the book was on, because I don't remember.
It would have been on the side that she was not on.
Whichever
Yeah.
side it is, I would.
The book is on the opposite side of the door as you.
Fuck. Well, I'm gonna get it at some point because I'm not legal without it.
We'll assume
I
Karg
paid,
picks it
like,
up.
5 GP for that fucking book.
You can add it back to your inventory. We will assume Karg picks it up at some point.
What is that?
That is a orcish-looking figure. He looks like that. With a great axe, just being surrounded by people that most slain, and you also see a dead minotaur next to him that's been completely pummeled in.
And has he been damaged yet?
I'm sorry?
Bloody.
Does he look like he's been damaged at all?
From your passive insight, yes, he does appear to be slightly damaged, though he still looks plenty healthy.
Toll the dead. Wisdom saving throw of 14.
Okay.
Oh boy. Wait.
On who? This boy. Why are you attacking the dude that we have helping us?
He's helping us? I thought you just said he was a bad guy.
He is surrounded by dead Xanathar.
Dead and injured.
Anne wouldn't know that.
Would Anne hit the bugbear or the dude surrounded by bugbear being attacked? Sorrow's attacking the bugbear.
Oh, okay. In that case, he would attack the person who's attacking the fucking. Okay. So
Are you attacking?
This guy, I think.
Alright.
This guy's attacking.
I'm attacking a bugbear right in front of
I'm
me.
attacking the bugbear in front of Sorrow. Fuck it.
Okay. What a roller coaster.
What a roller coaster of someone not understanding.
Wisdom?
Well, it's not like I can fucking see who's attacking who when I first come in, so like.
Hello?
Wisdom saving throw 14.
16.
He passes. And that's my turn then.
Alrighty. Are you sure you don't want to move?
Oh shit, yes. I wanna move.
As much as I enjoy transporting you guys along a flipping door multiple times.
If I moved right here, am I fine?
You don't know. Make
Okay,
a
well, that's
make a
as far as I
perception
move,
check.
so- What?
Make a perception check.
Oh.
Okay. You can very clearly see the outline of the door and the scratch marks on the floor it's left, so you know where to stand in order not to be carried with it.
Okay, sweet. That's my turn then.
Alright, Dusk.
That's gonna run up to these bandit. And
Oh god, that bandit's gonna have such a short life. Have
do I
mercy.
get advantage because of Panther?
Not because of the panther, but because of the creature on the other side who's beating them with a great axe? Yes.
Cool. Hey, I'm gonna take that bugbear next.
I've expected this. These poor creatures.
Dutch is gonna walk up and beat them ass.
Yeah, they're no match for the furry fists of fury.
Hey, I got furry paws of furriness.
All right. Spending a key point for that?
No, that's 2 attacks, then
Oh, that's your offhand. Okay, that's your unarmed. Gotcha. So 6 points of damage to him. That one lived.
Ooh,
Wow.
I rolled minimum damage, so you know.
All right, so you kill 2 people. Hwah, hwah, flop over and whack the third. Okay, it's the bugbear's turn. Dusk, you watch as all the bugbears turn to you, and they yell,
Do it, boy.
and they yell, "Swarm him!" As they all like rush towards you. All right, so this guy's gonna get behind you.
Cat.
This guy's gonna get to your side. This guy's actually gonna move over a bit. No, he won't, because that's an opportunity strike. And that guy's gonna get there, and you're gonna take 4 Morningstar attacks, and all of them with advantage.
I'm fucking dead.
Okay. All right. So the first one was an 8.
Hey.
The second one was a 22.
Natural 20. Damn.
So you take 17 points of piercing damage
I'm fucking.
as this morning star just kind of shoves itself into your chest cavity. The next attack was a 16, but then the attack afterwards was a 19, dealing exactly 8 points of damage.
That's a big fucking oof. I am out.
So you guys watch after Dusk punches these creatures to death. The bugbears turn around. They say, "Swarm him!" They go around just like whacking him with their morning stars. And Dusk, while avoiding a few of them, eventually collapses from their onslaught. I'm gonna put you as bloody for now. And we will add the skull icon. Alright, that's the bugbear's turn. Jouster is going to make his way up here and return onslaught. Fortunately, he does not get advantage since you are no longer an active threat. Alright. Well, he does get 3 attacks. Just the wrong one.
And misses all 3.
I mean, that has been his past.
That
All
would be
right,
incorrect
let's
for
see.
him at this point.
That's a nat 1, that's a 10, that's a 15, which is under the bugbear's armor class. Feels bad for
Yeah.
Chalister. Anton is up. Anton's going to do pretty much the same thing, running to here and reckless attacking. Which I think he was still in a rage.
Yeah, he should be.
I can't remember. We'll say yes. It's more fun that way.
He can hit harder.
Alright, that was his first attack. I'm going to do his second. Okay. 14 points and then 13 points. The bugbear lives with 1 hit
Nice.
point.
He rolled high.
All right. Karg is up. Kay, do you see Karg's just kind of looking at you like, what do you want to do?
Well, I can't see, so.
You hear Karg say, what do you want to do, boss? Well, you should be able to see.
I can
You're a
like,
halfling, right?
I don't have dark vision.
That room is illuminated.
It is. Okay.
No,
I
thanks for
can see
dragging
where
me up,
everyone
Dad.
went.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. So I just like saw them run over there.
You saw him
just-
run into a secret tunnel in the northern passage.
Just go after them, I guess.
All right. Can do. Karg is going to stand here. He's not going without you, so he's readying his action to step on the panel with you. It means he won't get attacked this turn, but you won't be left alone.
I'm not in the initiative anymore.
Are you not in the initiative?
No.
He's
Oh,
not.
that's right. You never rolled for initiative because you disconnected.
I think I did.
Go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
We'll throw you in wherever. Okay. Back to Karg. Alright, so Karg's gonna ready his action. Back in the battlefield. Kick. Peg. Kick and Peg are going. Okay. They're going to fire short bow attacks at the injured bugbear. You guys hear him yelling at Xanathar! As they fire their arrows in the name of the Xanathar. Okay, 23 and 18. Alright, these guys are on fire. So one arrow hits the bugbear and kills him, landing into the bugbear's neck and piercing it. The other one's going to fly into the bugbear behind it for 8 points of piercing damage. Was that max damage? That was a max damage. Good shit. These goblins are crazy. Is then the enemy goblin's turn, as they are going to fire... I'm going to roll. It's between Sorrow, Anton, and Jalister. I'm going to roll a d3. Anton. Rolling an 18 and a 22. They both hit for a total of 14 damage, half to 7. All right. Cade.
Okay, I will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
All right. Karg uses his reaction to stand on it with you as you're both transported to the other side.
Okay.
And you guys watch as you're transported, Anne kind of just sneaks in and grabs a book from the pedestal as well.
Yeah.
I will cast Firebolt on that bloody bugbear.
Okay. There is a bugbear in front of him, so he's going to have half cover from this.
Oh, I didn't see him. I'll attack the one in front of them then.
Okay.
The one by. Oh, yeah, I see him now. Okay. I'll just attack the front one then.
16 is his armor class. 9 points of damage.
And I will bonus action Firebolt 2. Same one. It misses.
Yeah. All right. Back in the orcish looking figure in the back. He's going to roll an insight on this combat. He rolled a natural 1. All right. So he's just going to blood frenzy on the nearest creature to him, which is the bandit and the bugbear. It's just gonna, 20 and 25. Holy crap, this guy's on fire. Everyone's on fire. Not literally. All
Dusk
right.
isn't.
Dusk was before he was knocked out. Sorrow.
Cool. I'm just gonna... I see this is an angry boy.
Yeah, so Sorrow, you see this orcish figure kind of in a rage of his own, like, ah, just slamming his axe around. You get the feeling you probably shouldn't stand next to him.
Yeah, that's not an issue for me. So actually, I have smart boy moves. 20, 25, and then boom, tackling this goblin.
All right, that goblin is on a ledge.
Oh.
Yeah, those goblins are on an archway.
Oh, I see. I understand now. So I would have to climb up to here.
Yes. Which I will need a acrobatics check, because there's no way to climb it. You have to jump it. 9 isn't gonna do it.
Cool.
You don't lose any movement from it, you just aren't able to climb it.
I know. Still 20 feet used. Don't want to be near that. I have a very stupid plan. I'm planning action dash to get up to Leaf. And like crouch down for Leaf to get on my back.
Oh no.
For who?
Leaf
Me.
and
Oh,
get
okay.
on my back. A cunning action dash to get over here, and then I'm saving my action unless the acrobatics check was my action.
No, the acrobatics check wasn't. Alrighty. I'll also mention, for the sake of mentioning it, and just so that we have a picture of what this room looks like, the ways to get on the archway, they're right here on the ends. It's like there are stairs to get up to that archway. It's like a stadium.
Did you hear him?
Yeah.
What did he say then?
First things.
Alright. Anne.
So that's how you're talking. Anne is going to walk around Sorrow and 20, 25.
Rest in peace.
And is going to... Wait, which spell should I use for this? Because I know he wants me to attack him.
Rip
Third level
Sorrow's.
guiding bolt.
Rip Sorrow's saved action.
First level guiding bolt.
On what?
On the goblin, like this one up here.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
Guiding bolt. Oh, what? Why can't I scroll up? Fuck. Fine. I'm sure it's a macro. No, it's not. Fuck. I'm floundering. My modifier is +3. I'll just roll a d20.
It's your spell attack modifier, so it should end up being a +6.
Oh, that one. Yes, it is +6. I want to use inspiration because that is a spell.
Okay.
I don't have many of those slots left. There we go.
20 will hit.
Alright.
Roll your damage.
I had to refresh my info. So it'll be Dragon Bolt 4d6.
There's a rare chance that he survives this. He has 6 HP. If you roll all ones, nope. Shoo-boo! You see his body just explode as it slams into him.
Can I roll an intimidation check on the other one?
No.
Damn it. Alright, well, that's my turn then.
The reason why is because there is something in the room that is scarier than you are to him.
Yeah, probably that raging orc.
Dusk,
What is that?
death saving throw.
Oof.
7, that's 1 fail. The bugbears are going next. They don't see Jellister as a threat.
I'm doing my nails.
Anton's a threat to him, but not enough of one. The orc is the main problem. Wait, did the bandits get taken out of... The bandits got taken out of initiative. Hold on. I gotta throw the bandits back in initiative. Bugbears are gonna focus back on Charwarl. That one's gonna have to fight Anton, but the other two are gonna turn against this guy, doing 2 attacks with advantage against him. Only one of them hitting for 13 points of damage. The last guy's going to attack Anton with a 22 for 7 points of piercing damage, half to 3. The bandits are going next. Now that I know they weren't in initiative, they're going to move over and attack as well. Both with advantage, dealing a total of 6 damage. Jalister is up. He's going to move over and attempt to take out this bugbear, rolling another nat 1.
That's why I was gonna have you on my back so you could ready an action to
19 for 4 damage, and a 20 for 3 damage. Jalister actually hit something. Now Anton's gonna finish it off. Yeah, that's a dead creature. Anton's gonna move over and he's gonna throw a lance because he doesn't want to get much closer to enemies. Doesn't hit. Karg. Let's see, how far can Karg move? Need to take a look at Karg's character sheet again. Alright, so he has cunning action. Karg is going to use his cunning action to dash, getting a combat over here. And he's going to shank the fuck out of this man. Never mind, he rolled an 8. He's not going to be shanking anything. That's Karg's turn. Grub goes next, firing a short bow at the filthy bugbears. Missing. Kick is next with another short bow attack, also missing. And then Peg with the third short bow attack, also missing. That's more accurate to goblins. The other goblins go next for 13 to hit. Would not hit. Cade. Blue Cade.
I will cast Fireball.
Okay.
Someone's looking for a good fireball spot.
Hold on, I have a template for this.
Okay, that'll be easier.
Let's see, 20 radius? Right?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
And I want it to hit everything, all 5 of those, but not Karg, preferably.
Oh, you're gonna hit our friend, you fucker.
Hold on, it's not quite the right size. It's actually much larger.
Oh.
Not quite there.
What?
Oh.
5, 10, 15. That's too large. Bring it down. There we go. All right. How far can you aim it?
150 feet.
Okay, so you can aim it there.
Yes. And I'll hit the goblin. Perfect.
All right.
Slide it up a little
Are you
bit.
trying to hit everybody except for your people?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Great, Kate, we had a friend.
You prepare the fireball in your hand. It blares with light. There is a shock in your hand as it and with that shock, it actually burns a white hot light. Like the flame turns white as you like. That doesn't look good. Fire. Just launch at the enemies. Go ahead and roll damage while I make dexterity saving throws. All right, bugbears. Let's see what you can do. There's 2 of them. Dex save. Dex save.
Fuck.
What's the DC?
14.
14. All right. They pass. Each of the bugbears pass, so they take half damage. 7 damage to 1. With the white hot flame, I need you to roll an extra 46.
Okay.
As your spell seems to come out with unusual force.
That bugbear died so hard he became a bandit.
Extra 7 damage to him. Alright.
Fuck.
I'm not gonna roll for the bandits, because even if they pass, they die. So... The bandits are just up. They're incinerated. Yeah, same for the goblin. They are incinerated with nothing but their skeleton left over. Our special guest, I will need to roll for. Dexterity isn't his strong suit. He failed and dies. You fire this fireball into the area, and when the smoke clears and the fireball is gone, only one bugbear is standing.
Don't worry.
He was fighting.
I will use my bonus action. Actually, I'm gonna move.
I don't think you can use your bonus action for that.
Yeah,
I
cutting
can
action.
use fire bolts.
But you do have movement.
Yeah,
So you
I
can-
was saying as
Alright.
yeah. I'll use my bonus action to use firebolt. The
Okay.
remaining. But
While you're moving, your ring on your hand is your whole hand feels like it's on fire. It's electricity is sparking from this object, and it's actually starting to burn your hand a bit, but your spells are still just coming out. Just with a 22, it had exactly 6 HP. You fire it and it falls down on the ground. What a turn. What a fucking turn. Alright. I will say you do take 5 points of force damage.
Oh, Kate is dead.
Alright. That guy died. In fact, there's nobody left. There's no reason for combat. Combat's over!
I'm gonna heal Dusk.
You're not gonna
Okay.
go cast Revivify on that man while I heal this?
I don't have a Wi-Fi.
Before you guys can heal, I do need Dust to make another death saving throw. If he natural ones, he's dead. Nope. Alright.
We're all good.
So you have 2 faileds. And then someone needs to make a medicine check.
No, she's just cure
Third roll
woundsing
of
him.
Cure
wounds.
wounds.
Oh, she's just gonna cure wounds on him. Okay.
That's what I've been trying to say the whole time. Alright, 3d8 plus 3.
I'm gonna stack up all my NPCs again.
Well, I'm just gonna search this man.
Oh, and that
Okay.
one was...
Alright.
Hey,
Cade,
so good.
yes.
you notice something on the Minotaur. Some shiny object.
I like shiny objects.
Sorrow. On Charwarl, his name's hard to say. You don't find anything on him except for a now burnt to a crisp stuffed Xanathar doll. Within,
I'm just gonna, like,
hold
pick
on,
it up
hold
with
on.
my mouth. Okay.
Within the looking within the Xanathar doll's mouth, you see a gemstone.
Cool. I'll take the
He-
gemstone.
He also has an onyx trophy of a smiling beholder being caressed by hands.
What?
Okay, I'm ignoring that because it's probably melted to him in some unsavory place. But I will take the gemstone and the burnt doll and go give them to Anne.
Okay.
You're giving me
And
that stuff?
you can add another one to. You have an item in your inventory that says Xanathar's Eye.
Yeah.
You can add another one to that.
I have 30 Xanathar eyes, so does that mean I have a 31?
Yes.
Yes. Shit. We got so much loot, fam.
All right,
I'm gonna try and scale the arena wall again. Does climbing speed help with that?
Yeah, you can climb it, no problem.
Okay, cool. I have climbing.
Hold on. All right, so Cade,
Yes.
on the Minotaur, you find a stuffed Xanathar doll, with a 100 gold piece gemstone in its mouth. You find the onyx trophy of a smiling beholder being caressed by hands.
Okay.
And you find around his neck is an amulet.
Okay.
It is an amulet of an 8-pointed star. A silver amulet with an 8-pointed... silver amulet of an 8-pointed star. And while wearing it, it seems to... or while holding onto it, it seems to resonate with your natural arcane essence.
Okay. I will pocket that.
Okay. All right.
And also, I'll just give the gemstone to Beth because she has the rest of them.
Would you like to try to identify it?
Is it not the stone?
No, not the stone. The stone you
Oh.
can just give to Anne. I'm talking
Yeah.
about the amulet.
Yeah, I would like to try to identify that.
Roll an Arcana
So I
check.
have 32 Xanathar eyes now.
Yeah. You guys get the feeling that this orc-like creature and his minotaur were probably previous champions of the arena.
11.
11 would barely not be enough.
Did I see him pick it up?
With your passive perception, oh yeah.
Fuck.
Alright, we can get off of combat music.
Okay, well, I proposition we go back to the room that is hidden and sleep there because nobody had been in there for a long time and I am almost out of spell slots.
Yes, I agree with that.
This is the way out.
Excuse me, I am feeling sick.
I'm just gonna motion everyone like we can exit here.
What are you gonna do if there's something on the other side of that?
Just paw the air with claws out.
You would get more wild shapes though.
If there's something
Alright,
there, we have to fight them.
Let's do a majority here.
I see we get out as fast as possible.
What did Dustin say?
Get the fuck out.
That's one way to put this area is blocked off.
Fine.
So what are you guys up to?
I think we should at least take a short rest because me, Anton, and Dusk are all almost dead.
Yeah, that's probably
that's
good
another
for
reason
that.
I wanted to go back and rest so I could heal all of you.
Yeah.
But whatever. Slightly triggered.
Well, there's also stairs right here.
Yes, there's multiple ways to go, which is why I'm saying that the best exploring.
Can we even get back to that trapdoor right now? Since we're all in here?
No, it's not that way. It's this is a sliding door. So all we need to do is go back to the sliding door and walk back to that room.
How do you know the
Yeah,
sliding
can we
door
slide
works?
in from this side?
You can
Maybe.
try.
You have to go test it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go test it. Does it work on this side?
Going up to the door with your previous perception check critting on, you look up and you see there, the stepping in front of it, it doesn't seem to twist. And stepping away and looking down, you see the stone panel that would stood as the trigger is stuck in its depressed section on this side of the wall.
Can I try to pop it back up?
You don't have the tools for it.
So we no longer have a safe place to rest.
I mean, someone else might be able to do it, just your cooking utensils won't do it.
Well, I'm gonna mention that it's broken. And that maybe it can be fixed.
I'll climb down in wild shape back into sorrow.
Okay.
Even though I don't want to go back.
Are you gonna try with your thieves' tools?
Yeah.
Can I attempt to assist him?
If you tell me how.
By, like, if he needs me to lift something, helping him lift it, or, like, handing him tools as he asks for them.
Okay. Yeah, Sorrow, you can have advantage on this check. It's just a thieves' tools check with your. It's a thieves' tools check with your dexterity.
Yep. With advantage.
Okay. So, the DC was 25, anyways.
Oh, so I would have gotten it regardless.
But the crit means you get a whole lot faster than you would have normally. So like you have a tool. So like for picking locks, there's a tool meant to like rebar in there.
Yeah, the lever.
Yeah, you kind of stick the end there, kind of smack it down a bit, just kind of press on it with your foot, and the panel pops up.
I'll take a step back and like gesture down, like fucking there. You happy?
And I'll say as part of it, the wall begins to turn. And it, from both of the panels being depressed at the same time, you see it turns about halfway and then stops.
There. I'm gonna gesture like fucking look at this shit. Look at what I've done for you, even though I don't want to go back.
So they're both currently being depressed?
Yes, they're both open. It's like this. The Scooby-Doo tunnel is no longer flat, it's sideways.
Yes,
Yeah.
so do we need to drag a dead body onto it, or will it stay depressed when we walk through it?
As long as you don't step on the pressure plate.
If they're both currently depressed because we're stepping on it,
They're not
we can drag...
depressed. They're open.
Okay, well, if they're both currently open, it's fine. That's what matters. As long as they both stay open.
They're oppressed.
You mean they're
Hold on, wait. They're pressed because they're not indeed pressed. They're pressed, but you can't say they're pressed because they're not pressed.
I guess they're depressed. They were pressed before, now they're depressed.
yes.
It seems like you could walk through the tunnel as long as you were, as far as you can tell, Sorrow is, as long as you're careful not to step on it and press them again, should be fine.
Okay. Do you want to just save time so you go to the room with long rest, or do you want to drag us on to have a new encounter?
If you guys are all in agreement to go back to the smoke powder room, we could just drag you there.
That's my best.
Yep.
Alright.
I only want to do a short rest, though, not a long rest.
I'm gonna group
I
everyone
cannot
up.
heal them unless I get a long rest. And once a long rest.
That's 8 hours.
Yes, but it means we're all fully healed and can handle encounters.
Well, that only moved one of you.
It's not gonna be a comfortable long rest either.
Task it down your tits. Jesus. You're a fucking sorrow. Alright, I'm gonna shut the secret door. Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. I want to do an investigation check to see if I shut the long door, if I can still open it.
If you shut the what?
The door. The secret door. Can it be opened from the side?
Yeah, it's got a handle on the other side.
Okay, so I'm just gonna shut it then.
Okay. This might be scary for some of you because I am physically shutting the door. Who knows what the DM will plan from here on out.
So we're very stuck.
Yeah. Right.
Well, since Dusk wants to do a short rest, you could stand by this doorway here and listen.
Nah, if we're taking a long rest, I'm fucking sleeping.
Alright, Kate, I will say with your Arcana check, you can tell the amulet requires attunement.
Yes, I will try to attune to that, and I will also try to attune to the blue ring.
Okay.
Before my
All
rest,
right.
I'm going to heal both of them.
Why a long rest fully heals everyone?
Does it fully heal?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
Kate's not going to sleep.
You don't have to go to sleep for a long rest.
You don't have to sleep for 8 hours for a long rest. It's just 8 hours connected.
Okay,
Alright,
that's
so-
okay.
Is anybody keeping watch? Or are you
I'm
guys...
we have a-
watch.
I would keep watch with him, like we have
Yeah,
Okay.
Dusk and I can swap watch. I'll
Okay.
take first watch, and then you can take second.
In which case, I'm going to heal them before I take my long rest.
Okay.
So
You
a
only-
second level.
You should only have to heal me, not Dusk.
Dusk isn't taking a long rest.
We're both taking long rests.
He is. Why wouldn't he?
He's
Everyone is
watch.
taking a long rest. You can still choose watches for long rest. You're not sleeping for 8 hours.
Yeah. So a long rest is 8 hours of downtime. It's 8 hours of you guys resting and just kind of like chilling. It doesn't. It includes sleep, but it's not all sleep. Some of it's just relaxing by maybe a campfire, or just for some of you it may be just like inspecting the smoke powder barrels a bit, kind of just relaxing.
Okay.
Or in Cade's case, attuning to items. All right, so Cade. Well, we gotta go through the first watch first. Who's watching? Sorrow and Dusk.
Sorrow's watching first, taking first watch.
Okay. Sorrow, I need you to roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Alright.
'Cause it's- Behind a closed surface, so it's just hard to hear things.
Oh,
God damn, I'm using inspiration on that.
Okay.
I don't know why. That's the third nat one in a... There we go.
20. You do hear movement enter the office. You hear people run in. First you hear the voice of the dwarven figure that Dusk didn't catch before. You hear him yelling.
You mean the one I wasn't in the fight with?
The dwarf, yes, but you do hear this character, just for the whole party to know what's going on. You hear him yell, "I swear I heard them come in here." It says, "Search around, find them." And you hear people rustling through these. And at one point you hear muffled, "Hey, can we take these trophies?" It's like, "Yeah, sure. I don't know, the Xanathar doesn't need them anymore." And so you hear them kind of like rustling through that crate. And eventually they do leave, not finding your secret entrance.
Okay.
Other than that, nothing major happens. Yeah, nothing major happens. All right, so Cade. Is anybody else attuning to items?
I don't have one to attune to, otherwise I
Alright.
would.
I'm already attuned to all the items I need to be attuned to.
Okay. Cade, which one do you want to attune to first?
The amulet.
All right. Attuning to the amulet, after you're fully attuned to it, you feel it resonating within your core. Now, your core feels awfully depleted. But with whatever's left over, it appears to be... yes, you lose your temporary HP and your bless effect.
yeah.
Whatever's left over appears to be strengthened by this amulet somewhat. So I'm going to show it to you. The Amulet of Mistra's Might. So while you are wearing this amulet, when you cast a spell, you can use your reaction to double the damage dice. However, it instantly triggers your wild magic surge.
Ooh.
What? That's so good.
Okay.
This item is on D&D Beyond. You may add it to your inventory. your other item.
I'm going to take care of something real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. In fact, let's while we're in the long rest, let's take a break here, and then we'll come back to Cade's other item. So we're gonna take a small break here.
Oh my goodness.
I'll put on just a normal adventure music.
More like this?
Kilba, do you know if there's a data sheet for creating sentient items? Like, is there a specific for them?
Dungeon Master's Guide, Chapter 8.
Dungeon Master's Guide, Chapter 3?
8.
That's a hentai, let's not look at that one.
You can look at it
Taking
on
a break?
D&D Beyond.
Yeah, we're on a break. I can't hear you from all the way over there, Kilba.
You can look at it on D&D Beyond. There's an entire section dedicated to sentient weapons.
I know that, but it doesn't have a sheet for them. I was wondering if there was like a character NPC sheet for them.
I mean, it's usually a monster. It's usually a monster stat block.
Oh,
Or
okay.
no, it's an item stat block.
Because I have a sentient item, I just wanted to get it on a sheet.
Yeah. It's not quite a stat block as it is. You just write its stats within the description of the sentient item.
Okay.
Other than that, you're welcome. Like, what I would do is if I needed to roll constantly for this thing, I would just create a custom monster stat block for it. Angry, I love in our DMs.
There's a custom-made intelligent item that block.
I love in our DMs we were talking about option A or B, and now we're deciding to do both.
Yeah, both have happened.
Oh man. Option A isn't gonna happen the way you think it will.
Yeah.
All right. Dusk.
Yee.
I need you to roll a perception check for the second watch. Nothing seems to happen of great importance. You hear at some point the shifting of stones.
Okay.
But other than that, there's nothing major. I do need to change some of the map around because we have been in here for 8 hours. All right. So we'll continue that because I do have to change the map a bit, so you guys have time to wonder or to break.
Make sure you guys heal your characters.
Yeah, make sure you give yourselves a long rest and put it on roll 20, at least with your correct HP. Let me give
It'll
Anton
be
his
nice to have
long
my key
rest.
points back for sure.
Yeah. Something that I'm really looking forward to, Kappa.
Oh, I just took a long rest. I can reset my fucking. Oh my goodness, I forgot about that. Oh woo!
Yeah, and you get to change out your spells. Sorrow can change out his spells as well if he wants to.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Dusk cannot.
Dust doesn't have fucking spells.
Dusk
So we
is a
can't change
spell.
them out, obviously.
Dusk is his own magical creature. He don't need no spells.
Gonna get rid of Ice Knife.
So much has changed in the lair. So much. Okay. It's also potentially very bad depending on how you guys handle it. All right, we'll see. This will be interesting. Okay. Sorrow.
Yes.
From your knowledge of the buttons and how fast they were depressing, you would know that after this 8 hours, they're definitely depressed.
Okay.
All right. If you want to give another shot at those buttons, they are now available for you. All right. Cade, your other item, when you put it on and attune to it, the ring with a emerald-like appearance to, or a azure-like appearance to it. By the way, you're still blue. Even after the long rest, you're still blue.
Yep.
The ring is in the shape of a brain. When you put it on, you feel you are protected from certain effects as you are now equipped with a ring of mind shielding.
Mm-hmm.
Which I should have a stat sheet for this, which I'm going to show you in game in case you don't have it with you. There we go. So, you're basically protected from telepathic messages. You can make the ring invisible so nobody can see it, should you wish. You are immune to effects that read your thoughts or determine whether you're lying, etc., etc. I have a feeling you already know what the ring does.
Yes.
All right. When you put it on, you hear a voice in your head. How do you feel? And a spectral force shows up in front of you of the Xanathar. Nobody else can see this, by the way.
Nice. I'm just gonna kind of wink at him.
You see he's awfully angry, but also kind of sad at the same time. Like, he knows what his fate is now. And, like, he's looking around at everyone else and, like, trying to fire eye beams at them, but they just go right through them. Not affecting any of his surroundings. His anti-magic cone doesn't affect anybody anymore. He is a shell of his previous self. And he looks around and he says, "You all come into Waterdeep, cause problems, kill my playthings, kill me. Why?"
I am going to wait until I can discreetly say so and say, they can't hear you, just me.
All right. I'll need you to roll a stealth check, because you are fighting Anne's passive perception.
All right. Where's my sheet?
Also, Cade, what you need to know for now with your ring, you cannot cast spells above first level.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to give you advantage to this because you particularly were trying to hide somewhere where people can't hear you as well. So go ahead and roll again. We'll see where that goes. Okay. Anne still hears you. Nobody else does. So, Anne, you hear Cade kind of mutter himself in a corner of the room alone. You hear him mutter to himself. They can't hear you.
I'm just gonna like shimmy this way a little bit to get away from. That creeped me out.
But nobody else hears you. Xanathar turns back to you and he says, "So you're the wielder of the ring. I lost my memories when I came to this thing. I don't remember as much. The Black Staff. What's her fate?"
Has Misha told anyone yet?
What? I mean, you all know Mijo's holding half of a Black Staff.
No.
Yeah, but he didn't say what happened to the other half.
That's true.
We have half of it.
Not the staff, the woman.
I don't know.
She's not here anymore.
Nope.
You see, he kind of like hovers around the room a bit. It's like, ha ha! I win!
You're
Well,
not
sort
really
of.
either, though.
So I sort of won, I guess. I'll be back! And his body vanishes. And you're left alone to your own thoughts. You do feel him within your presence. You feel like 1,000 eyes watching you all the time.
That's comfortable.
Oh yeah, very comfortable.
You're also kind of used to it because you own a tavern. That is constantly smuggled in.
That is true.
Not very successfully either.
Okay, but he's never had anything really bad happen yet.
Yeah, arguably Dusk has been fairly successful. Alright, that's the end of the long rest. Anyone else is welcome to, if you guys had any kind of downtime activities you wanted to do during the long rest, tell me now. If you wanted to talk to anybody.
Well, I was gonna talk to Anton, but Anton's not here, so that's completely.
Dusk is gonna talk to the staff. Gonna pull it out.
Okay. Alright.
I would like to point out, I'm a druid. I can make that staff part a shillelagh if you wished me to. But I
It
would
is
have
not
to-
wood.
There's no
Oh.
way you could.
Okay. Actually, is it wood? Let me check this.
It's just ooh.
It's wood.
So I could use the black staff as a shillelagh.
Does Shillelagh affect magic items? Let me look at Shillelagh.
The weapon also becomes magical if it isn't already. Doesn't state that it. It does specifically say the wood of a club or quarterstaff.
It's considered a quarterstaff.
Okay, then yes, I could shillelagh it.
Okay. Interesting. You don't know how that works since it's a broken quarterstaff. But you're welcome to play around with that. Alright, so Dusk, you're speaking to the staff.
Yes.
It answers first. The moment you think, I want to speak to the staff, it answers first and it says, "And what does this imbecile want now?"
I just want to know how I can be using you.
I've already told you that. Hand me to someone more together.
I am very together. See, my tail is all attached. I want to use you to hit things.
You want to use me to hit things? Do you
Yeah,
even
that's
do you
what
even
do.
know spells?
I can punch things quicker.
I have a
okay.
mission for you of the top priority.
Okay, what's your mission? I like missions. They're fun.
Take me to Lairel Silverhand.
Will I get the reward?
Yes.
Ooh, I'll do that then.
Do you want to try to insight the staff?
Oh, good point. I should probably do that. Yeah. I will definitely fight the staff.
Let me check its stats. All right. Look, I'm nice enough to remind you. Otherwise, I just wouldn't. All right. 25. I'm gonna have it roll because there's a chance it might succeed. This would be its deception. Never mind. Well, it might crit. Let's find out. Nope. It was close though.
Nope.
It's real close. The staff, you don't sense lying from it. You sense talking to a child. You sense it's trying to downplay or upplay the reward. It's less of a reward and more like, if you bring me to her, good things will happen.
All right. Just gonna yell at everybody. Hey guys, the staff wants me to take it to the Lair. I think I'm gonna do it just because it's gonna be fun.
The staff is talking to you?
Of course, it's talking to me. It's a black staff. What do you mean?
Cade, as you're like talking about this, Xanathar reappears with one of his eye tendrils kind of around your shoulder. He says, "Of course it's talking to him. The staff is sentient. It talks to everybody.
It's broken.
It still has a soul within it. The soul of the original black staff. It's been harassing me for years."
I kind of want to hold it now.
Did you say that out loud in character?
Yeah.
Thus just hands it to you. Like, okay, cool.
So picking up the staff, Cade, it speaks to you and says, finally, someone who knows spells.
Yep, that's me.
You seem like someone who is knowledgeable in the effects of dangerous spells and
Dangerous items, yes, very knowledgeable.
so you would know that protecting the city is a top priority.
Yes.
The
Top
city
priority.
needs a black staff. If you can bring me to Lairel, I can be repaired. And I get to choose who the next black staff is.
Okay.
While they're talking, Dusk is gonna sit on like really, really close to Cade. Be like, "What's he saying? What's he saying now?"
Please don't
Like,
hand me back to that
really,
furry imbecile.
Really close.
He's not furry anymore. He's naked.
That's true. Dusk, roll a percentile for me. Nope. I was gonna have some of your hairs come back if you rolled well, but you did not.
So who would you choose to be the black staff?
Choices can be manipulated. There's several good candidates. I only need someone who knows spells.
Okay. So who are you thinking of?
That remains to be seen. And you feel his psychic as it stops, as it like cuts the connection. Oh, we lost
Like
Mijo.
Yeah. I cut the connection to Mijo.
Connection cut. There's a slight dinging in my head.
You guys watch as dust just collapses. The puppet has lost its master. Oh. So Xanathar is kind of like, what's it saying? You see, it's next to Dusk. They're both kind of like looking at it. Its
well,
giant beholder eye.
It pretty much just said that we need to bring it back to Lair, and that it can pick a new black staff, which could be very favorable to us.
The Xanathar does a kind of like a cackle before coming back, and he says, "The person in that staff is Kelvin Aronson. He was not a good person. He does not have your interests in mind, only his own." Close, sort of. Ready for this Forgotten Realms name? Alright, he says, "The staff will ditch you as soon as it gets its way. I am stuck with you. I could offer you a much more lucrative position."
I will not directly answer him.
So, Kate is now haunted by 2 ghosts. Alright. Karg walks over the corner. He says, "Hey boss, that's a cool staff." Seemingly noticing it for the first time.
It is pretty cool.
It's all shiny, and since with the jagged edge, you could kill someone with that.
Yeah, you really could. Really could, Karg. You could do a lot of stuff with this.
Anyways, have you checked out the smoke powder stuff? You see he's got like a handful of it, like he's eating like popcorn.
Don't eat it, Karg.
But it kind of tastes good. It has a tingle to it. It's
Yeah, it blows up.
Ow!
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Kark make a wisdom check. Alright, nat 20 to. He says, "I'll just put this back where I found it." He goes back around the corner.
I'll walk over to Cade and I'll like show him the bag of holding I have and say, "Put it in here."
As he says that, you hear the staff go, "No!"
It is very much against that.
Can we put the guy that Anton is holding in there?
No. He's too large.
Too large? Damn it.
"If you put me in that bag, I risk being lost forever. I will not allow that."
Okay, Kelvin.
You should insight check that to see if he just doesn't want to be put in the bag.
You're welcome to try.
I don't want to. I don't want to put him in the bag either.
Yeah, well, I'll shrug and walk away.
Alright. Your long rest is done, so unless you guys have people to talk to, you can continue moving on. And I'll open up the tunnel. Gosh, a new refreshed Anton with full health.
I see light.
Did you just say you see white people?
Like,
Yes, definitely. That is from the kitchen. No, it's not. What's the point? Why is there so much light in this room?
This one, because there are braziers everywhere.
Looking at the beholders, does Dust notice anything different about them? Like, are their eyes not pointing in the same direction?
They're dead. They're all dead within these crystalline pillars. And they're kind of just no movement. They're not looking at any semblance of form. It doesn't look like they're looking at any specific object. They're just kind of there.
Can I say, like, out loud, kind of to everyone and kind of to myself, I wonder, like, if there's a secret in this room.
We already found the secret door.
No, to see if the Xanathar tells them anything.
The Xanathar pipes up kind of. You see when you enter this room, the Xanathar is in here already, just staring at the pillars. And he pipes up. He says, "You see his roll? He rolls his giant eye and says, 'Of course there's secrets. I'm the Xanathar. I'm not gonna tell you though. A magician dies with his secrets.'"
I don't know, maybe we shouldn't look for secrets and just bring the staff back right away.
You see, he kind of panics.
The buttons. Roll
You
fast.
see the Xanathar kind of panics. He's like, "No, you can't just not look for secrets. Just go check out the mural. Go do it."
Oh, look at the mural.
I want to make a perception check on it as well.
All right. Yeah. So Sorrow points out the buttons for you guys, or a button. Sorrow points out one of the buttons to you guys.
I point out one button of dust just to see what he does with it.
Yeah. So you guys can see this mural. It has a beholder, menacing beholder over two wizards, where only one of their eyes are visible. And Sorrow's like pointing his like button.
Obviously, Dusk immediately presses the button.
All right, awesome.
Immediately.
I love it. Which one do you press, the left or right one?
I
The
pointed out the
one
left one.
closest.
Going, I'm standing by the right one.
As soon as he goes to press the button, I'm.
What was that?
When he goes to press the button, I back up.
I'm
Okay.
gonna try and press the button at the exact same time Dusk does.
This
All
is even
right.
Carrie just like, oh, button! Yay!
I know Dusk is gonna push the button.
Dusk is still bloody.
Cade. Oh, okay. Cade, you see that the Xanathar is like anticipating this. He's like, "Come on, do it. But it's already too late before you can do anything. That's just what the Xanathar is up to right now. He seems awfully excited, and when you press it, it's because I'm awfully excited. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. As
I already
the
knew I
beholder,
was gonna have to make the saving throw.
the beholder mural, one of the eye rays on it glows green and fires down at you. You both fail. Sorrow, you knew it was coming. Do yours with advantage because you could have done the dodge action.
Doesn't matter.
All right, so you both fail. You both press the buttons at the same time. The two eye rays come down, hit you guys in the chest, and the rest of the party watches as Sorrow and Dusk are disintegrated.
Straight up, God.
Disintegrated. Cade, you see the Xanathar go like, whammo! Another one bites the dust!
Can I use guidance? I was going to use guidance on it, but you kind of said to think too fast.
Go ahead.
Your ring of anti-failure.
Actually, I don't think that affected saving throws, did it? I don't
Yeah,
remember.
it's a ability check. That's why it was.
Ability check, yeah.
Last time. Oof.
I want to do an investigation check.
There is a pile of dust and a pressed button.
How are we gonna
So
undo
we're
this?
just fucking dead.
You can hear the ticking of the button as it slowly begins to depress.
Can I do an investigation check on the rest of the room to see if there's like any more things?
Roll
Or my passive
a
perception.
Arcana. or nature. Arcana or nature. Okay. The room already seems fairly magical and fairly unnerving. It definitely doesn't feel natural in here. You do pick up on something. The eye ray that came out of the statue of the carved mural was green, but the disintegration eye ray was red.
So the eye itself is green, or the ray that came out?
Right.
The ray that came out was green, but when the Xanathar was shooting disintegration rays, they were red. And I'm going to leave you guys there for now. Sorrow, your body rematerializes.
Ooh, mine materializes first. Let's go.
You find yourself in it's a very small corridor, and I don't think you can see most of it.
Cool. That's fine. I'm just gonna wild shape into probably a badger or some shit. I don't know.
Okay, I'm not gonna bother putting your wild shape on there right now. It gives you dark vision so you can see. You are in some sort of tomb. In the middle of this tomb... Oh, wait, no, it is actually brightly lit. Okay, there's a continual flame
Okay, never
there.
mind. I'm not gonna turn into a badger that's
Yeah.
lit.
Let me throw a torch in here. There we go. Alright, so you see there's a continual flame on the wall lighting, wall sconce lighting this room. In the middle of the tomb rests a gold marble sarcophagus. Its lid carved in the likeness of a long-haired human wizard who wears a robe adorned with closed eyes. The sarcophagus, let's see, let me read the rest of this so I don't read something I'm not supposed to. Alright, that's it.
Okay, I'm gonna investigate the sarcophagus, see if there's a lever or if the lid is movable.
Make an investigation check.
Ouch.
Messing around the sarcophagus. Messing around the sarcophagus, you try to push and pry open the lid, but it doesn't seem to budge. Trying to like pull it up, it won't pry up and it won't push. And at some point, you probably tried to like hit it with something to see what that does, and it doesn't appear. It seems to repair itself.
Is this torch, like, is that, like, on a sconce on the wall?
It's on a wall sconce.
Can I try and turn it? Or pull it?
I like where your head is. Alright, roll a... Nothing. Alright, I'll roll. Or I'll... You, are you trying to, like, turn it or pull it? Or both?
Currently, I'm trying to pull it towards me while turning it clockwise.
Okay. It pulls out of the wall a small, very fraction of a bit. And you see there is some writing. Let me check what languages you know.
Quite a few. Orin, Sylvan, Druidic, and Common.
Druidic. It is written in Druidic.
Sweet!
You see it says, let the natural waves of magic guide your way.
At that point in time, I would like to just channel my magical capabilities.
Okay.
My Arcana.
Are you just like expending a spell slot?
Yeah, I'll expend a spell slot of just like spending
Alright.
out my energy.
Which spell slot?
I only have level 1.
Oh, you do? Okay. You fire a
Yeah.
level 1 spell, just sparks fly over the room a bit. You see the eyes on the robe on the sarcophagus all open up. and the lid of the sarcophagus slowly begins to levitate above it and open for you to see. You see within a shriveled up, inanimated mummy. It's just a completely shriveled up mummy, completely wrapped. You can't make up any details about it. It doesn't have anything adorned on it. There are no treasures in there, except for a pair of eyeglasses with crystal lens.
Pair of eyeglasses with crystal lenses.
Yes.
Okay, I will take them and then I will see if I can sense some form of magic.
Alright, we're gonna leave you right there for a moment.
Cool.
Alright.
Poor Dusk. He doesn't have any spell slots or anything.
Alright, Dusk. You rematerialize on the other side. You...
Oh boy.
Your room also has the continual flame. I'm just not going to bother putting it down because you have dark vision.
Perfect.
Your tomb is pretty much empty. There is a destroyed sarcophagus on the floor that seems to be long gone. You can see there are several skeletons against the back wall. Some of them look like they were scratching against it. Some look like they just sat down prepared for death. There's probably a half a dozen of them total.
I want to inspect the sarcophagus first.
Okay, make an investigation check. Okay.
There we go.
You do not see anything on the sarcophagus. However, it's just a broken sarcophagus. There's not even a body in it anymore. However, something catches your interest. What? This entire room is uniform. Everything about it is exactly the same, except for a single stone brick, which is only half a centimeter depressed from the rest, or pressed.
Oh, well. He's gonna go press it after looking for traps.
Okay. Roll. You're looking for traps? Roll a perception to look for traps. Okay. This room doesn't appear trapped in any way. You can tell the people who died appear to have died from starvation.
Alright. Is there anything good on their bodies?
No.
Darn.
The brick you see on it is extremely faint. A small pentagram.
Okay. Can he do an Arcana check on that?
You can try.
Oh boy.
The DC is 25.
There is only one way for me to do this. And it's not that.
You look at it, it's like, huh, that's a pentagram on a brick. That's kind of weird.
He's pushing it.
You push it and it glows blue. And let me look at the effect again.
And you lose all
And
your key points.
you watch as the wall on one side turns green, this bright green, and it begins to move towards you. And as it does, it hits the skeletons first, and you watch as they disintegrate. And I have music for this.
Should have pulled the brick.
I couldn't pull it. It was impressed. All you could do is
You
push.
have to pull it out. You got nails.
You have 30 seconds.
To do what? Can you push the brick further in?
You try to push it further in and nothing happens. It doesn't seem to press further. If anything, it glows brighter. It kind of speeds up a bit.
Can you hide inside the sarcophagus?
Okay, roll a dexterity saving throw. You're trying to get into the sarcophagus, and as you're trying to do it, the wave begins to pass extremely close to you. You're having trouble getting the crumbling parts away. You have a feeling if you don't back now, the wave is going to hit you. What do? 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3. Is he gone?
No,
we
I was
lose?
using inspiration on that roll. Sorry.
Okay.
That's
Dexterity.
much better.
All right. You hoist up and go down. And as you're kind of like keeping it cover, you see as it starts to get closer, it seems to come through the sarcophagus.
Fuck. That's my best hope. There's nothing else on that back wall, was there?
You don't know.
He doesn't know magic. There's nothing else.
You have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3,
Fucking
2.
go punch the fucking wall.
You run over. Ah! Just wham!
Throwing a full combat.
Anne and Kate, I need you guys to roll a perception check.
I got the perception though.
Your passive
I would like to
perception is
say-
going to count here.
I do include a key point for your blows. In a
Okay.
full round of
Boo, boo, boo. All right, and you hear the boop, boop, boop. It's like, oh, that was kind of weird. And
Can
then
I knock back?
you can knock on it back, but Dusk, you do not get time to hear it as the field
The shit out of that too, though. versus
hits
the
you
knock.
and you eviscerate, being disintegrated on the spot. And
Now
that's where
I
we're gonna
am
leave
dead.
you. That's where we're gonna leave you for now. No, we're not. I'm not gonna pull your leg that much. You rematerialize
Wait, what?
in the arena with all of the corpses. All of the skeletons are in the
Oh.
arena with you. I was just pulling your leg for that entire thing.
I very much thought I was dead.
All right, back to
Oh,
Sorrow.
Okay, I'm going to Arcana check these classes. Or
roll-
is it a nature or Arcana?
Arcana.
Only asked because I had to use Druid shit
Alright.
to get.
11 will do it. It's an uncommon magical item. It is Eyes of Charming. When you equip
Eyes
them,
of
they have
Charming.
when you equip them, they have 3 charges. While wearing them, you can expend a charge to cast a charm person spell.
Okay.
I can show you it. Sorrow.
I have them. Okay. Oh, they're just lenses, so can I pop them out of the glass and fit them to my mask?
You could, but you have a feeling that in doing so, you would destroy the item.
Hmm.
Like even like trying to pull the lenses out a bit, you feel some kind of magical thread holding it in place.
Okay. Because I'm a bird. I can't. Glasses look stupid on me.
Yeah, but
Alright,
you can wear
so,
them.
I know I can wear them, but they would look stupid having a plague doctor mask and then putting glasses on top of that. So I'll put them in my backpack. I'm not putting them in the special sack.
Okay.
The only reason I asked if they popped out was because in the image it pops out and it says crystal lenses. So I thought the magical properties were in the crystals.
What are you doing?
I'm just putting it in my backpack. And
Okay.
then I guess I'll bow in thanks to the old man.
As you do so, you hear in the back of your mind a cackle of an old man.
Oh shit! I'm gonna repeat that cackle back.
You repeat. I'd be careful who you repeat that cackle to.
Oh great! That's going in the notes. I gotta.
Right.
Okay. Now I guess I'll inspect the walls to see if there's a button or something I can press to get out of here.
Roll a perception check. You don't see anything.
Oh, cool. Walking back over
All right.
to the stomp.
Change that,
I'm gonna
change that.
push it back in.
Change that. You do see on one of the bricks is a small pentagram.
Cool. I'm gonna Arcana check that.
Make an Arcana check. It definitely seems magical, but you can't tell what's charging it or what effect it would do.
I'll poke it with my dagger.
Nothing.
Okay. I'll nod, and poke it with my finger.
Nothing.
Cool. I will cast. Ah, fuck, I don't want to use a spell slot for it, and I took out Thornwhip for fucking Dark Exchange.
Dark Exchange? What is that? Is that a homebrew that I added?
It's a necromancy cantrip.
It's a homebrew. You cannot change your cantrips.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Yeah. It's the same thing for you, Deaf. You cannot change your cantrips.
I know I can't change my cantrips. That's why I'm surprised he didn't know that.
But I'm gonna cast Thornwhip on this bitch.
Nothing. Or not nothing. Something does happen. It glows blue for half a second and then goes back to its normal. You feel... Make an Arcana check. Another Arcana.
Make an Arcana.
You see, as it glows blue, tiny wisps of energy seem to suck out from it. All right, you follow the arcane ley line, trying to figure out where it's sucking out to, and you see it goes to the bag you put the eyeglasses in.
I'll put the eyeglasses on.
You put them on your head, and you see there are 5 pentagrams in this room on 5 different bricks. Each of them are labeled, like they're glowing blue as you're wearing these eyeglasses. And they're labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'll touch them in reverse order. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
D. Make a perception check.
Shit. Fuck.
You don't notice an effect. Anne and Cade. You notice as the pillar directly behind you begins to crack. And yeah, it begins like shaking a bit and cracking. And the Xanathar is kind of like, well, that's new. And the pillar bursts apart, and don't worry, the beholder doesn't come to life or anything. It just slams to the ground, a dead beholder. But
search the dead beholder when I can.
It is. What are you going to find in a dead beholder?
Maybe it has something cool.
He doesn't have pockets. It's just a floating eyeball.
All right. From your passive perception, I can tell you there's nothing cool on this beholder. There's no items or anything. But beholder eye.
I'll take it.
Man, I hear there's beauty in there.
Make a survival check to extract the eye.
I got +6 to that.
I have +9.
Okay. You carefully get your arms in and pull it out and sever the cord in order to now have a beholder eye.
You're welcome. I'm
You
just
have a
gonna
feeling-
1, 2, 3.
You have the feeling if you take it to the right person, you might be able to get it working again.
Ooh. 10 out of 10.
Cade, the entire time she's doing that, the Xanath's like, "Oh God, no! What are you doing, woman? Tell her to stop! Tell her!"
Oh.
Did you do this to my body as well?
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Too late now.
You cannot hear him say this.
I know, but still.
All right, Cade, back to you. Or not Cade, Sorrow, back to you. You didn't notice anything change?
Okay. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 5, 4.
Okay. All right. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. The continual flame turns off.
Cool.
You can still see the signs.
Cool, my magic glasses. Let's see, what other stupid things can I do with combinations?
Well, technically, there's like 125.
I know. So I'm gonna do the last one. I'm gonna do before I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is I'm gonna do 5, 4, 3, 1, 2.
5, 4, 3, 1, 2. When you do that, a voice calls out within the room and says, "Entrance to the lair has been disabled."
Okay,
Our
I'll redo
camera-
that.
Our camera pans away out of Undermountain into the city, into the yawning portal, where you see an arcane field has now covered the yawning portal's well.
I'm curious. I'm gonna push the 1 button 5 times.
You pushed just the 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is so weird.
All right. When you do that, let me remember what that one did.
Wait, there's actual things from me. Oh my god. Oh boy.
Our camera pans over from the yawning portal back into the sewers, zooming through the sewers until it gets to Xanathar's lair, or the Xanathar's guild hideout. Or you see a new guild leader sitting on the throne that Groomshar sat on when you first met him, or when you first met Nihilor. She was sitting on his throne. It's like, boy, it's great to be a leader. I'm glad to be here. And you see as shackles go on his hands, trapping him to the chair. He's like, what? And a head case comes up, slams on his head, and just, electrocutes him.
Great. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 1. So 4 5s and a 1.
Roll a percentile.
A percentile. Ooh. And I disintegrate my. Boom.
4. Okay. 4. Give me a moment.
Oh. Dusk, I'm sorry.
4.
A 4.
The ceiling opens up and an item drifts down. I'm trying to find a stat block for the item.
Who knew randomly flailing about got you?
The item flaps down to the ground. It is a kind of tarp-like, it looks like a blanket as it falls to the ground, kind of very softly. A black blanket of sorts.
I'll go over.
I like
and grab it and inspect it.
Roll an
Does it
Arcana
seem
check.
magical? Ooh. Is this a magic carpet?
You're unable to tell what it is. It's about 6 feet in diameter. It's a circular. It feels like a handkerchief.
I will attempt to fold it.
It folds.
Okay. I'll just put it over my shoulder then.
Okay.
One last thing. Push the 5 button 4 times or 5 times.
Spikes come down from the ceiling as it begins slowly falling.
Cool. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now.
Boo, 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 boo. I'll need you to make a dexterity saving throw to hit the 5th button, because it is higher up than the others. That's not good enough.
Oh no. That's what I get for fucking around too much.
You tempted fate too much. All right. You hit the 5th button, but you get pricked in the process by one of the spikes, and you can see the spike is extremely rusty. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, that's the statement. Cool. Poison!
You see your veins turn black as it travels up your body, and your heart does doo-doo, doo-doo, doo. And you're teleported. You are teleported. You land in dusk. A body falls next to you. Just you see Sorrow wearing some sweet ass eyeglasses, a blanket, like handkerchief like blanket around his shoulder, and he is convulsing on the spot. Sorrow, I need you to roll 6 d20s. Pass, pass, fail, fail, fail. Okay. Those d20s were death saves. You die.
Cool.
I kept trying to say I wanted to give him a medicine check while he was doing that, but I forgot on push to talk because it sounds.
Go ahead, make a
So,
medicine check.
I'm dead as fuck.
Just to see what happened to him. I could tell you there's no way you could have stopped this. It was his death saves, and this is just what happens. All right, with a medicine check, you see his veins black as all the way throughout his body, completely black, as his body slowly tenses up, almost like a spider entering its dead face. Like when a spider dies and it kind of just crumples up, his body is doing the same thing. And you see he convulses, you check his pulse, and it quickly slows down until it stops.
Sorrow? No, wait. No.
But he's got some sweet ass magic items on him. By the looks
Obviously,
of
that's
it.
just not evil. He doesn't straight up care.
I have a bag of holding, I have the glasses, I have this magical carpet thing.
Well, obviously, you don't carry your fucking body.
Sorrow, you contracted super tetanus.
Oh shit.
Super tetanus.
Yep. Super
Like
tetanus.
tetanus, but it's super.
Thank you for that explanation.
Dusk is
I was
gonna
confused.
go back through the door, dragging
Can't.
Sorrow.
You can't.
I thought we opened it.
I'm
No,
the only one that can.
That door is still open. It hasn't been
Oh,
closed.
yeah.
So, and you can see Sorrow and Dusk in the arena now.
What are the chances that I can get there soon enough to stabilize
Impossible.
him and use my what's it called?
He's
Oh,
dead.
I died. Okay.
Ah,
He's
and
dead, and you
what
don't
about
have the
that
diamond for
revivify,
Revivify.
right? What'd you say?
He's dead, and you don't have the diamond for Revivify.
Okay, still be revived.
Yes, everyone can be revived in
So-
Waterdeep.
Well, not everyone. Those who die of old age cannot be revived.
Yeah, well, that's just because their bodies are destroyed,
Yeah.
and technically they can be reincarnated, right?
I have a question. If I
No.
use animate dead on him, can he still be revived later?
Let me look at animate dead.
Please tell me it can.
Oh man, that means I'm forcefully unattuned from all my items.
Well, that means that you also get to still
Yeah.
move your character around because you could be my zombie.
Dusk.
You could be my card.
You see as the badge of the City Watch vanishes from his body.
Oh.
Dang it.
Other in a different place of the city, on Lair Silverhands at her office and her desk, we see the badge appear in front of her. We don't see her face. All right. Back at Animate Dead.
It was worth it.
I'm going to say that you can animate the dead on this body. It might affect his resurrection rates.
Please don't. Just carry me out. Can I fit in the bag of holding?
Yes.
You can just show me the bag of holding.
But
Okay. I have shown Cade the bag of holding. And I've shown you the bag of holding. Please do not give the bag of holding to Dusk.
Why not? Because
You're just gonna shove random shit in it.
Sorrow, Sorrow and Dusk, I'm going to pull you guys back to with the rest of the group.
Go ahead.
Sorrow is dead. All right.
Yeah, I had to get-
Ash, you're more than welcome to play Karg or Anton.
I'll wait. If there's a combat encounter, I will, but I
I'm
won't.
going to go ahead and give you access to Karg.
Okay. Don't forget to take it away at the
Because
end of it.
there's a chance you guys might be here for a while longer, depending on how much you want to explore.
We're not gonna be able to talk to my engineer friend.
Sorrow, I will let you say one thing to Dusk before you die. One
will-
sentence.
Reach out to Dusk.
You can't.
and do the
Your body is
madman
convulsing.
cackle.
Your
Okay.
body is
I'm
convulsing
not
close.
convulsing, I'm doing the madman cackle that I heard.
so fucking awful. Wow.
Dusk, make a history check.
Convulsing, it's coming out stuttering.
That is Sorrow's last words.
Oofers.
History.
Oh, okay.
I feel like that's the Mad Mage. Or his brother.
You
Yeah,
don't
like
recognize the cackle.
Will I hear the cackle?
Cool.
Everyone in the room would have heard the cackles.
Would I recognize it from that asshole who told me there's no god here?
Yes, it's the same voice.
Cool, so you know what killed me. Effectively.
What are you guys doing?
I don't know where to go.
Oh, I guess Dust drops him in the bag of holding and walks away with all of it. The bag of holding. Someone else is gonna grab it.
Just put it in the bag of holding with me.
Yeah, he's
All
putting
right.
you in the bag of holding
Sorrow is now in the bag of holding.
with Dust carrying it.
Wait, no. It's Cade that has it because Dusk doesn't know about the bag of holding, right?
Sorrow had it.
Dusk could find it on my person. He just hasn't been shown the bag of holding. I've shown Cade the bag of holding, and I've shown you the bag of holding.
Come on.
We
We all know we want Dust to have this.
So let's go over what Sorrow has done in that chamber. he has cut off the yawning portal from its main funding group and cut off people from returning from the Undermountain. They're now stuck down there as long as that border is up. What else? You found out a way to kill another Xanathar guild leader. Well done.
Yeah, I should get some renown for that.
Nobody knows you did it. You got a magic item, you don't know what. You got another magic item, you don't know what. You got a beholder eye. Well done. So overall 6 things. 6 things that went over pretty well.
Just for me dying, I'd take that.
You did
Well, I guess
heavily.
all of our profits are gonna go to your fucking revive.
Sorrow, you have single-handedly completely changed how Undermountain will be run.
Yes.
Alright, well, we should probably go back to where we were and continue on trying to escape.
Yes.
What happened to my music?
There's a reason we should stay. I don't
Anne's just gonna look at him and be like, did you not just see Sorrow?
Yeah, he's got like a bunch of magic items.
Xanathar pipes up. He was gonna die anyways. This way everyone has food to eat.
Okay, a little bit off Xanathar, but okay.
Nobody can hear him except Cade.
Still.
Kate,
And he's a
Kate
beholder.
doesn't give a shit.
Oh, the afterlife.
Yeah, what's my afterlife?
Sorrow. Hold on. Let me get into really transcendent music.
Oh my goodness!
My badgers aren't dead. Please do not just kill my badgers. Kill us for a heartwarming moment. Do I get
As
to
you're-
get the Mama Owlbear's cups?
Oh,
Sorrow, do you have a faith?
No, not really.
Okay.
Mama Owlbear's cubs, though.
I am a druid though, and I like nature.
As you pass from this plane into the next, you appear in the astral plane. It's a magical expanse as far as your eyes can see. You can see other souls on here just wandering about, and you are now one of them. As you wonder for a moment, not really sure what to do, and I need to search up the planes.
Do I see anyone I recognize? Can I roll a history check?
Yeah, go ahead. I like this. This is interesting. All right.
8.
You see Maloon War Dragon. His
Does
spirit
he look
wanders
okay?
about. He looks fine. He's like kind of cheery about it. He's like, all right, this is kind of cool. This is a new adventure.
I'll walk up to him and like pat him on the back, like, "Hey, buddy."
Before you reach him, a portal opens in front of him. A golden light comes through the portal and sucks him through, and it closes behind him.
Oh,
He has been claimed.
I'll just look kind of sad, like, "Oh well, shit." Can I feel like the magical energy here? What does it mainly feel like?
It's
I assume
pure raw arcane energy. It is the source. So, does Sorrow know what the astral plane is?
Yes. I have read books on magic.
Okay, so in essence, the astral plane is the plane between planes. It is space. It is what connects every plane together. It is the bridge between the planes.
It is effectively Yggdrasil. Got it.
No, it is what connects to Yggdrasil.
Oh, it's the roots. Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
In essence, every plane is in order to create your own plane, you have to travel to the astral plane and create it on the astral plane. Every plane is created through the astral plane, and they're all interconnected through the astral plane. Most people cannot travel to the astral plane unless they die. Usually it's using the astral plane to travel to other planes.
Okay.
It's essentially you're standing on a black hole.
Cool. Can I feel like if I can cast spells?
You can't.
Damn. I was gonna cast guidance on everyone. Just walk over, like pat really sad people on the back, and like give them a finger gun to make them feel better, you know?
Give me a moment while I search up the Forgotten Realms Pantheon, because this is a real wrench in my plans.
Not me randomly pushing buttons, fucking off the portal, fucking shit over. That wasn't a wrench in the plan.
You've done so much. You've done so much.
We're talking to D&D chat on what we're gonna do once this is done.
Okay.
You also know I'm friends with Lair.
Yeah,
You can just throw my money to her.
we're probably gonna go to lay roll first.
Sorrow, what's your alignment?
Chaotic good.
Okay. Why can't I find anything? Where did it all go?
If you want, we can do this over downtime.
Here we are. All right. Okay.
Do I get to choose a god here?
No.
Is this where I discover my faith?
No, you're supposed to choose a god. You're supposed to choose a god before coming here.
Oh, well.
Since you
I'm
don't
not necessarily-
follow a faith, there is no god to pick you up. You are cast out to
Purgatory.
wander the astral plane for eternity.
Cool.
If occasionally you'll see other people appear and then get claimed by gods as they're sucked through their portals into their plane, but nobody ever comes for you.
Oh. That's nature boy without nature.
I mean, you're away from nature at this point on.
Yeah.
So that is Sorrow's current fate on the astral plane.
Oh, wait. Oh, fuck. After this kill, but I want to talk to you about some souls that I've met here.
Okay. All right, back to the rest of the party.
Go! Get out! Hands done!
Y'all are
Saw her
moving to the
friend
arena.
die. The only one she trusts and likes.
The only friend she currently likes just died.
All right. Moving back into the arena.
Anna's so pissed!
And the goblins, while they're kind of sleepy, they're still like, Xanathar! Xanathar! They're kind of like scratching their eyes with their bow hand.
Are they doing that because they did just take a nap, or are they doing that because they're just tired?
They took a long rest too.
Okay.
Does see anything shiny on any of these people's bodies
The skeletons? Or
in the arena? People we just killed.
roll
skeletons too,
an
really.
investigation.
Yes.
You find a total of 43 gold pieces.
Of 3?
43 gold pieces.
Oh, cool. That worked. That's not what I was looking for, but sure.
As well as each member of the Xanathar's Guild in here. There's about 8 of them total, I think. Each of them have a badge of the Xanathar.
Are they shiny?
Not really.
I'll take.
Alright. And I will say, because you did crit, one of them has a really shiny pair of chopsticks.
Fuck yes. It's going in the bag of holding, boys.
They're like chrome chopsticks. Alright.
Let's go.
So, where are you guys headed?
Okay, so I have a question about something I knew memory. There was a guy up over here who would check for our badge just so you can get in and out of the arena. You told me something about how if let me through, but he would question it. So if I were to go through right now, would he stop me?
I can't tell you that.
I wouldn't know from my memory.
It's written in your memory. You have the file.
Then I have to read the whole damn thing.
It's number 3. You'll find area 3 in the file.
Also, Killbot, am I naked or do I have my possessions on me in the astral plane? Like, just my clothes.
It is your essence. It is who you imagined yourself would be.
So just a Kenku with robes and a plague doctor mask. Cool.
Yeah. It doesn't even have to be a Kenku. If you imagined yourself, your ideal body as a different race, it could be that race.
Nah, Sorrow wouldn't necessarily want to be another race.
Sorrow, I'm gonna show you what item you picked up. Just so that you know. Just to give you a little bit of a reward.
Oh, for dying?
Yeah.
Well, it's okay, because I need to talk to you off this about astral plane. Oh my, what the fuck? Oh no! I could have saved me. Damn it.
Alright. You could have kept clicking buttons.
I could have.
Alright.
Oh well.
So, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna tell the party about the guy up there and see if they want to go up there, or if not, we can go down and try to go that way. Wait, hold on.
I think it's about time we get going. He's
Def,
already
you
lost a
notice...
member.
Anne, you noticed something. The stone bricks that used to be collapsed over here are no longer collapsed. They've now fixed themselves back into place where they were meant to be.
Okay, so the caven's probably gone. So we could go down and risk running into, go up and definitely run into somebody, but have a good chance of getting past them because I have a Xanathar badge.
I think it's about time to go.
What
Yes.
is it? I can't hear.
I think it's about time to go.
It's a me.
Okay, so
Dusk.
which way do
Am
we
I
go
really
home?
quiet? It's a me!
Which way are we going home? Do we want to go up and run into somebody for sure, but have a chance of getting past them with the badge, or go down and risk running into somebody? Because we have to go either way to get home.
We can all grab a badge, right, from these dead
I have a
people.
badge.
I have 2 badges. I don't know if Sorrow has one.
Okay,
I have a
I
badge,
need
on
one.
my person.
So we have 3 badges, but we also have to deal with the fact of there are 4 of us.
Well, I
Yeah.
There's
just
a
found
ton of badges on corpses right now.
The Xanathar badges are only on certain members.
I just found a whole bunch. I'll hand them out.
Found 3.
Oh, in which case we'd be fine to go past.
Yeah.
Cade. The Xanathar speaks up to you. He's kind of like circling around you, kind of bored. He kind of speaks up and he says, "You seem to like letting your friends take control of the situation. I don't see you with any power here. That's kind of sad. If you go with me into the Undermountain, top right, tell them beauty is in the eye of the Minotaur. My Major Domo will know exactly who you are. And you'll have all the power of the Xanathar's Guild."
Can I insight check?
Go ahead. Let me get out the Xanathar's stats.
And he's got a high passive deception.
Let's see. I'm gonna roll for him. He also rolled 19. You don't sense any lies or misdirection in the statement.
Okay. Guys, I'm just gonna check what's down here quick a minute. There could be something interesting.
And to tell you, he pointed out to this area up here, top right.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys can stay over here if you want. I'll be right back, maybe. Hopefully. We'll see.
Currently, we're waiting for Cade to do whatever he's gonna do.
Well, yeah.
Cade.
But I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do next. Fucking do it and get the hell out of here and say.
Cade, Xanathar continues. He says, "Beyond this door is a animate armor servant of mine. If you tell him Excelsior, he'll follow you any command you wish for him. He could even stop the party. At least give you some time."
Excelsior, really?
I will go do that.
All right. So, is anyone else moving anywhere? Are you guys letting hang? Or
I'll shift around in the bag.
you cannot. You are dead.
Can Dusk like dig around in the bag and see if he can find anything? I know he can't, but he wants to.
You open the bag, and it is a blank bottom.
So, Killbutt, if I understand that if you unfurl all the items come out of it, does that count for items that you didn't personally put in there?
Yes.
Okay, this is why I didn't want Dust to have the bag.
Oh boy, let's roll a. I think you would do that, just messing with the bag.
That's why I didn't want Dust to have it, because
I
I'm
think
like,
you would
one
do
of the
that.
things that Dust would just naturally do would be to turn the bag inside out,
I think
Or
he's
try
gonna
it.
do that.
cut the bag.
He's
Okay,
Gonna mess
if I
with
see
the
Dusk
bag.
Fucking with the bag, Anne's gonna try to take the bag from him and tell him to stop fucking with it because my dead friend is in there.
he's gonna turn it upside down though.
I'm gonna need you two to make, to roll initiative against each other.
Oh my God. I'm gonna go get some water while you guys play with my fucking body.
He's gonna beat me! Oh,
No, I'm not. I rolled a 1.
Cade, I need you to roll initiative as well.
Okay.
I want to keep things in progress. And for information, Karg always travels with Cade.
Cool.
I'll tell my goblins to get the bag!
You yell at the goblins, kind of like pointing at a bag. They look over at Dusk and be like, "What is Xanathar?" They all begin rushing towards you.
Get him, boys!
Get the bag, not get him.
Alright. So this is our scene as we leave. Alright. So, well, Kate, do you want to stop Karg from following you?
No, he can follow me.
Okay, yeah, Karg's gonna like, "I don't know where we're going, boss, but I'm in." Just gonna like walking along. Yeah, so we see Anne and Dusk fighting over the bag. The 3 goblins are kind of like hitting Dusk, like punching him, poking him, pulling his skin and such, kind of like distracting him.
Yank his tail!
And in the distance, we see Cade walking away. And as he walks further, he passes this armor. Do you activate the armor?
Yes.
All right, you activate you say Excelsior, and the armor comes to life. Almost like a transformer, and walks out and kind of stands at attention. What command do you give it?
That's so cool.
The Xanathar
Guard.
continues. All the power is yours.
I'm gonna walk back into the arena.
You see the chaos
Follow
going.
me.
All right, you tell the animate armor to follow you.
Yeah.
All right, and you walk out. Heading further on, you see a large tunnel headed until you cannot see it anymore. And Cade begins walking. And that is where we'll end our session.
I wanna know who gets the bag!
And eventually gets the bag.
Oh my god.
Oh, come on.
All right, fine. We'll make it a final grapple check. And or you both have to use athletics. Dusk, you're doing it with disadvantage.
Because of all the goblins.
Yes.
Athletics with disadvantage?
Yes.
Oh.
You have to beat
she rolled
15.
so-
Come on. Please let me have this.
16! Dusk gets the bag, raises it above his head. That's where we end the session. Alright, I'm ending the recording.
What?